The United States of America, with an area of 3,790,000 square miles, is the third largest country in the world, with the Pacific Ocean on the west coast and the Atlantic Ocean on the east. The United States consists of 50 states and one federal district, with a population of 324 million, and is the country with the most wealth in the world, economy, military technology, and science. However, what makes many people around the world dream of once setting foot in the US is because it has so many unimaginable natural wonders. Hundreds of the world's most civilized cities are filled with tall buildings rising like endless forests. Hello audience, and here we invite you to explore with us 10 places considered by many travel guides and explorers around the world to be outstanding scenic spots, and the most majestic in America. Ranked 10th is the city of New Orleans in the state of Louisiana in the southeastern United States. This is a river city, located in the middle of the longest Mississippi River in the South of America. New Orleans is famous for its multi-ethnic cultural heritage, music, architecture, and culinary arts. This city is the birthplace of jazz music. In the middle of the vibrant New Orleans city is an ancient, romantic and fun French Quarter. This neighborhood was formed in 1718 when the eastern United States was still under Spanish rule. Characteristic of the French Quarter are 4 or 5-story buildings, tiled roofs, arched windows, wrought iron balconies, and cafes, bars, and nightclubs, which are always crowded. New Orleans also preserves one of the oldest churches in the United States, which is St. Louis Cathedral built in 1718. The harbor along the banks of the Mississippi River is famous for its 19th-century French Kingdom-era steamships. These ships regularly carry tourists to cruise the river and enjoy jazz performances on the deck of the ship. However, the most lively point of New Orleans is that almost every week there is a festival, or a parade, or a musical performance on the street. Ranked 9th is the city of Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, this city was founded on July 16, 1790, and bears the name of the first president for George Washington of the United States of America. Washington, D.C. is the gathering place of the most powerful agencies and executive apparatus of the United States. It can be said that the most prominent building of Washington, D.C. is the White House, which is the working and living place of the President of the United States, and a place recognized as a National Historic Landmark. Not far away is the U.S. Capitol, where the House of Representatives with 435 members, and the Senate with 100 senators, representing 50 U.S. states, meet regularly to discuss important issues of U.S. policy. Nearby is the Supreme Court building, which is the highest federal court in the United States, with ultimate authority and decisive say in disputes over federal law. About 5 kilometers south is the Pentagon, the headquarters of the Department of Defense, the highest military agency in the United States. The city center is the National Mall and Memorial Parks with dozens of monuments and historical museums. Standing in the middle is the Washington Monument, a tower nearly 170 meters high. In this area there is also a Lincoln Memorial with a reflecting lake in front, and a great memorial to the soldiers who died in the Second World War. The national park also has a Korean War Veterans Memorial, and a Vietnam War Memorial. This is a memorial with a long V-shaped wall of black stone engraved with the names of more than 58,000 American soldiers who died or went missing while participating in the Vietnam War. Ranked 8th is the city of Los Angeles, in the Southern California state, in the westernmost part of the United States. This is the second largest city in the United States and is a place where it can be said that there is no shortage of things to explore. From visiting the magnificent streets, with the most diverse and modern architectural works in the world, high-rise buildings, interlaced highway systems covering the city, to dreamlike beaches, warm sunshine, and clear blue water all year round. Then came the snow-white hills of winter. Then in the fall, it is as beautiful as a picture full of art. The most impressive thing that attracts visitors when coming to Los Angeles is the Hollywood neighborhood. It is the movie capital of the world, with over 180 great studios, and has been the production location for most of the great and famous films in the world over the past 100 years. Hollywood Road has a stretch of road known as the Walk of Fame, about 2 kilometers long, with over 2,000 stars engraved with the names of the most famous actors, directors, and singers in the world. The most luxurious area of the Angel City is Beverly Hills, with large and extremely luxurious villas. Los Angeles also has many other tourist attractions. The Fossil Ridge Park is a nice spot where you can go to spend a good day with your family and friends. Especially for fossil excavation, the park has earned its name. Covering landmass of 110 acres, this park has been a center of interest for many who are interested in archaeology and exploration. Ranked 7th is the Hawaiian Islands, located in the Pacific Ocean, west of the United States. Tropical paradise Hawaii is an archipelago of many small islands, each with its own distinct character, attracting many visitors from all over the world. Hawaii is full of beautiful sights and wonderful poetry, and enjoys the year-round warm climate of the tropics. Coming here, visitors can enjoy very interesting activities, from surfing in Oahu to exploring the picturesque wonders of Maui, to immersing in the fun and romantic activities of Honolulu. Hawaii is a great destination for travelers who want to find a peaceful, private, gentle place. Here there are beaches stretching for tens of kilometers, with flat white sands. And especially the blue sea water is as clear as glass, and warm all year round. The dense forests of the tropical region with fresh air, as beautiful as a vast, green natural lawn. The beautiful waterfalls are dreamy, white, as if inviting visitors to come closer to explore. Hawaii is definitely also a place that couples after the wedding choose as a honeymoon destination. For visitors, if you really want to admire the entire Hawaiian paradise, you should take the aerial tour by helicopter. In just a few hours, visitors will experience the wonderful beauty from one island to another. And a very impressive point is that visitors will witness the world's largest volcano Mauna Loa, which is still smoldering over the past 100,000 years. Ranked 6th is the city of Las Vegas, in the state of Nevada, USA. Las Vegas is a desert city famous for gambling, and a popular tourist destination in the United States. Here most casinos and hotels are unique structures with many different styles. Las Vegas hotels are among the largest in the world, such as the MGM Hotel, which has 5,124 rooms for rent. Or Bellagio Hotel has a 3.2-hectare lake with the longest and most artistic sprinkler system in the world. From time immemorial, Las Vegas, in addition to being known as the most luxurious resort paradise in the world, is famous as a charming gambling capital, and fascinates many of the most famous card players in the world. Most card game enthusiasts often say that they dream of going to Las Vegas once to see this magnificent city with their own eyes, and experience firsthand the famous gambling games in the world. At the casinos here, there are many different card games, such as roulette, blackjack, baccarat. Currently betting games will be calculated based on sports such as football, seahorses, boxing. In addition, most hotels have huge entertainment and gaming areas for children, when traveling with family. During the day the children can bathe in the huge and flexible swimming pools. At night, visitors can enjoy all kinds of delicious and famous dishes at affordable prices. In these hotels, famous entertainers always come to perform, and the world's top singers come to perform every night. Ranked 5th is Niagara Falls, located on the border of the US and Canada, north of the US state of New York. Ladies and gentlemen, Niagara Falls is one of the 10 most majestic waterfalls in the world, and attracts more than 14 million tourists every year. Niagara Falls is the largest and most powerful waterfall in North America, with unparalleled beauty. Niagara is the name given by the ancient Native Americans, which means thunder god, or the roar of water. For they thought that the rumbling that shook the earth was the voice of the god of thunder. Niagara Falls includes 3 separate waterfalls. Horseshoe Falls is located on the Canadian side, sometimes also known as Canadian Falls. American Falls straddles the US-Canada border, and a smaller waterfall nearby, Bridal Veil Fall. Although not high, the Niagara Falls are very wide. Horseshoe Falls is about 53 meters high, more than 790 meters wide, and American Falls is 323 meters wide. This waterfall has a downfall of 6,740 blocks per second, or 150,000 gallons per second. The intense water force when changing down has created a huge lake with a depth of up to 55 meters. To be able to enjoy the beauty of the waterfall to the fullest, visitors can go on a cruise. The boats run slowly on the water so the visitors can admire the scenery on both sides of the river before entering the waterfall. Before getting off the boat, tourists are given raincoats. However, if you stand on the deck of the ship, even if you wear a raincoat, you will still be splashed by the tiny water jets from the waterfall like rain on your face and body. Many people think that this is not annoying but also brings a really interesting feeling. If you visit the waterfall on a sunny day, you will experience the scene where the waterfall splashes white foam in the sunlight, creating 7 magical shimmering rainbow colors in a corner of the sky. After night falls, visitors can enjoy the lyrical scenery. Niagara Falls becomes shimmering with colorful lights. Ranked 4th is the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, in the northern part of California. Ladies and gentlemen, Golden Gate is one of the bridges imbued with art, attracting nearly 20 million visitors each from all over the world. The Golden Gate is a suspension bridge spanning the San Francisco Strait, an internationally recognized symbol that represents the city of San Francisco, the state of California, and even the United States of America. The bridge was declared one of the wonders of modern engineering by the American Society of Engineers. The most famous person is the brilliant engineer Joseph Strauss. When completed in 1937, the Golden Gate was the longest suspension bridge in the world, with a main span of 4,200 feet or 1,280 meters. Total height is 746 feet or 227 meters. Since its completion, there have been 8 other bridges of the length that have crossed the Golden Gate Bridge. However, Golden Gate Bridge is still the bridge that attracts the most number of tourists. With its orange-red color, the bridge always stands out among the dense fogs of the bay, and exudes brilliance against the blue of the sky, enhancing the beauty of the San Francisco Bay. This bridge is also often embraced by the mist. Sometimes it looks like a bridge is floating in the clouds. Surrounding the Golden Gate Bridge is the city of San Francisco, which is one of the largest and most beautiful cities in the United States. The most popular tourist attraction is the hilltop of San Francisco. From above, visitors can enjoy a panoramic view of the spectacular bay, vast, with 48 hills in the city. San Francisco is famous for many of the steepest and most winding streets in the United States. For example, Lombard Flower Road, only a few hundred meters long, but the line of cars that follow each other takes a lot of time to crawl through sharp and very narrow turns. Another special feature of the city is the old manual cabled cars. Many visitors say they feel like they are reliving the old days when sitting in these cars and admiring the city of San Francisco. Ranked 3rd is Yellowstone National Park, in the states of Wyoming, Montana, Idaho of the United States. Dear ladies and gentlemen, Yellowstone is the first national park in the world, established in 1872, to preserve a hilly area over 800,000 hectares, with magical hot geysers, hot springs, thermal zones, and wildlife. The first American to discover the Yellowstone area was a veteran named John Coulter. He told everyone about the strange phenomena in this place, but everyone who heard it said that he had fabricated it. However, 144 years later, this place attracts over 4 million visitors a year, coming from all over the world. Yellowstone is home to over half of the world's fossils and hot springs. The park has many geysers, but the most famous and Old Faithful, as this geyser has had the most even number of geysers in the past 11,000 years. Next is the Mammoth and Grand Prismatic Hot Springs, which are awe-inspiring, as these are the remains of the largest known volcanic eruption, 2 million years ago. Yellowstone is also a beautiful rock canyon that has been eroded by the Yellowstone River over millions of years, with a depth of 300 meters, about 450 meters wide, and about 32 kilometers long. Because the canyon is so beautiful as a picture, it was given the name Artist Point by visitors. Visiting a large area of Yellowstone, visitors not only admire the beautiful scenery, but also have the opportunity to see interesting activities of wildlife here, such as black bears, grizzly bears, deer and bison. Ranked second is New York City in the state of New York, located in the easternmost part of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, it must be said that New York is the most famous city in the world, attracting a record-breaking number of visitors each year, which is 50 million visitors a year. Coming here, visitors will witness the great works of art, the masterpieces of civilized architecture, the most fashionable shopping malls in the world, and is the place that has gone down in the most painful history of the United States, when it was attacked by a terrorist on September 11, 2001. Coming to this city, visitors will certainly have a lot of interesting and attractive tourist attractions, such as Times Square, which is home to many of the world's largest Broadway theaters with many cultural programs and great musicals. In addition, there are modern, towering buildings that grow close together, and the streets are crowded with tourists. Commercial and financial centers operate around the clock. Next is Central Park with an area of 341 hectares, including large lawns, calm lake surface, beautiful European gardens. This is the ideal stopover for most visitors to New York. Another highlight is the Statue of Liberty. Today the Statue of Liberty has become the top tourist attraction in the world. This is a gift that the people of France sent to America. The statue is a woman wearing the clothes of Greek women from ancient times, her right hand holding a torch, symbol of free light. The statue weighs 225 tons. More than 46 meters high. On the goddess's head is a laurel wreath with 7 rays of light radiating, symbolizing 7 continents: Europe, Asia, Australia, America, Africa, the North Pole, and the South Pole. The National September 11th Memorial was built on the site of the former Twin Towers that were demolished. On September 11, 2011, the memorial was inaugurated in memory of the victims of the terrorist attack. Anyone who visits the National 9/11 Memorial is in a mood of concern and mourning. The focus of the National Memorial are 2 large lakes. The lake reflecting the light is beautifully designed. On the wall of the lake are engraved the names of 2,977 people who died on September 11th. And ranked at number 1 is the Grand Canyon in the state of Arizona. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the first wonders of the world, it is impossible not to mention the Grand Canyon. Those who have come here to visit will never forget the feeling of amazement at a natural scene that is so great and breathtaking that no words can describe it. About 17 million years ago, the Colorado River ran from the north to the west, eroding the Colorado Plateau to create a vast canyon. Then the river runs to the east to create another canyon, equally great. These 2 canyons combine to form the majestic Grand Canyon. This is one of the 7 most famous wonders of the world, with the deepest and longest canyon in the world, 446 kilometers long, 24 kilometers wide in some places, and more than 1,600 meters deep. There are many ways for visitors to visit the Grand Canyon, such as walking, car, horseback riding. But an interesting means is that visitors can use a helicopter to see the Grand Canyon from above, then land to the bottom of the cliff to touch the giant rocks. Another way that many tourists use is to buy a ticket to see the sights on the skywalk. This bridge has a horseshoe shape made of transparent glass, protruding 20 meters from a steep cliff. When standing on this bridge, visitors can see the whole beauty of the Grand Canyon. Visitors will have the feeling of admiring the nature that used the sun, rain, and wind to erode the mountains, forming wonderfully shaped rock veins like a painting. A day at the Grand Canyon is like a trip to the past. Seeing the different layers of rock in the canyon that have been cemented from different periods will make visitors feel alive in the history of the Earth's formation. Most visitors, when they say Grand Canyon, have to say that it is a majestic beauty, a great miracle of nature. That is the unique Grand Canyon of America. Thank you for watching the whole video. Please subscribe to see the next videos. Hello and see you soon.